My name is Allison Potter. I'm the Assistant Town Manager and Human Resources Director for the town.
So my name is Jessica Sinclair. I'm the HR coordinator here in the town of Medway.
I'm Michael Boynton. I'm the town manager here in Medway. I started here in July of 2014. This is my fourth stop along the way in this amazing career of municipal management.
I got into public service sort of just out of curiosity. For some reason there was a mystique around local government and I had to find out what that was all about. I love the fact that the bottom line is about bringing a service to the people.
There's a reason why you're working. You know, you're doing it for what you want to do, for your pride in the town, for your pride in the schools, for your pride in what you're doing.
Started as Mendon's first manager back in '95, and a couple of stops in Sutton and Walpole along the way, and then coming here. And without reservation, saying that this by far is the best of all. And I grew up in Franklin. And I got involved in 1989 on the street lighting committee. A couple of years later or a year later on the finance committee, and then 2 years after that elected to the town council over there. And I started doing this as an elected official, found I really liked it. I enjoyed helping people, I enjoyed being part of the day-to-day, and said I think I'll give this a shot.
So my job is to support the employees of the town of Medway. I work with the fire department, the police department, DPW, town hall, anybody that works here. So I support everything from their insurance to any questions with contracts to anything really that they have.
The town manager's position has full responsibility in day-to-day operations of every department, board and committee, non-elected board and committee that are not the school department and not the library trustees. Everything from public safety to public works to culture and recreation to health and human services operations and the financial operations clearly within the town all fall under the jurisdiction of the responsibility of the town manager. That's not ever a responsibility to be taken lightly.
You always have to learn something new and work with different departments to make it happen. And I just love that freshness that you don't know what to expect when you walk into the office. It's something new every day.
I really enjoy with all the departments that I work with. People are very eager to tell me their stories, which is my favorite part of the job. I hear about people's parents and grandkids and kids and dogs and all sorts of family stories as well as their work stories.
I feel like everyone who works for the town is very committed to the town, and it's a lot of fun to have to interact and work with the department heads to accomplish our objectives.
I work with the negotiations of all the contracts and the contract enforcement. I work with people going out on leaves, whether medical leave or a family leave or any kind of leave for that matter. So there's a lot of confidentiality and kind of compassion that you have to have with your employees.
The town doesn't happen without both working together. And that's something that makes Medway very, very, very special, is that it's an engaged community. The people come together to help one another, whether it's working on town-related issues or community-related issues or charitable events, and just good humanitarian events too. And that's something that makes this a really special place.
I've really enjoyed working with everybody here in Town Hall and across town. Everyone is generally concerned with how people are in general, not just how they work. I work with all of the town's retirees. So everyone that's retired from the town of Medway comes to me for their retirement insurance. So I deal with all of them and getting them into Medicare and getting them into our supplemental plans or just regular insurance as well. So I deal with the past, present, and future of Medway employees.
Here, everybody comes to the table to do the right thing for the residents of the town.
You definitely have a voice in a town between all of the ad hoc committees, all of the bylaw required committees, and town meeting. It's there's an opportunity for every resident to have a say and to participate in how Medway looks now and how it'll look in the future.
You can't do this job if you don't love this job. You can't be successful at this job if you don't love what you do, because it's 24/7. There is no downtime. There is no off time. There is a worry about everything. There is a care for everything. There's a compassion for everything. And there are often times where you're encountering folks at their most needy moment. And you have to understand that. And I think it takes someone with great understanding and compassion for those around us. And that's, again, talking about what makes Medway special, the people that work for us, whether that's the police officer on the street, the firefighter, paramedic in the back of the ambulance, that fellow driving the snowplow, the school teachers, the people working the tax collector's window, working the assessor's window, giving you a birth certificate or a death certificate, working at the senior center, our recreation director, you name it. We have people that truly care about the community and care about the success of the community and the health and well-being of the community.
Well, we did just complete our updated master plan, which is a 10-year plan of where we want the community to go, and we did do our best to solicit wide feedback, so it's not just us trying to fashion that, it's the community itself. And I think there are some wonderful things in that plan. The fact that we want to make a downtown, a walkable community. So to see Route 109 get developed in a way that you have a lot of people out there shopping, dining, walking down the street would be fabulous.
These projects take so much time to prepare for funding, to prepare for the logistics of them, but they're awesome when they finish. And that's the greatest reward when you look at something that has been done and you can say, hey, you know what, it was nice to have a piece, have a role in that, or have some small part in playing in those.
Medway is just a great town to work for because the employees are terrific. They really care about what they do, and the residents are the same way.
It's a great community. I've said this since day one, it's home. It feels like home. And it has been a great experience to work with some amazing people, both as staff and the volunteers who dedicate and donate their time for town services. Well, what's awesome about looking forward is being able to have looked back. And as a little kid coming over here to Memorial Day parades and coming over and visiting family, Medway has always been a small town with a small town feel. Medway went from 5,000 to 6,000 people in the late 70s, 80s to 14,000 people today. So it's more than doubled. But you know what? It's maintained that feel. It's maintained that character of still a rural town, a small town, and a community.
I have no doubt Medway is going great places in the future. This is my second home. I swear I'm here more than I am at home. But I have no doubts that Medway will go good places.